Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Ride+Razz. This is a little ride I've snuck on a Saturday evening, 8 o'clock in the UK. I thought it was a time trial, but it turned out it wasn't. It's the Herd Winter Racing event on the Bologna time trial route. There's the confusion. Turns out no TT bikes, so this is actually a carbon copy of next Friday's FRR course, which some of my TNP Team Not Poggy colleagues are racing in, and it is, well, it's 24 kilometers, 500 meters of climbing, and it's twice up the Bologna time trial climb, which is just over 2 kilometers long and a 10% average. Now, if anybody has done Bologna time trial before, this is a brutal climb. It says 10% average, but you're talking sections at 15 to 18%. So it's a really tough route, this one. And I've wandered into this fairly blind because I couldn't remember the Bologna route, and I couldn't find it on Zwift Insider as a kind of a guide because it doesn't seem to be there anymore. So yeah, I'd totally forgotten about this one. But this is a mixed group. It's an e-cat race, so it's not really a race. It's more kind of just a see how you get on. But there's some big heavy hitters in here from Vikings and SZ. Yes, Jasper van der Steer and Braga Bergen are going to be the two ones to watch out for. But also we've got an Aussie international female athlete, Imogen Alton, in here as well. So I'm expecting her to absolutely smash it up the climb and put us to shame. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good on this one. I've actually spent 20 minutes doing a proper warm-up. As you can see, I'm just finishing it off now with 30 seconds to go. I've chosen the best combo I've got, which is Canyon Aeroad and the ENVE 4.5 Pros. That should give me enough aero to stay decent on the flats, to keep up with the big dogs at the front, and also to give me some climbing advantage. Those ENVEs 4.5s are pretty good climbing. So yeah, as you can see, quite a lot of riders, and yeah, off we go. So as you can see, the pace has been pretty high, pretty steady. The group has thinned out a little bit, and there's a good contingent on the front here. But I'll speed it up just to get this flat section out of the way before the start of the climb. I think it's 10% because the start of the climb is very, very gradual, as you'll see at the end of this sped up section. So yeah, I'll jump to that section now. We're about, well, we are 4.6 kilometers into the race, and this is the start of the climb. And as you can see, it is very, very gradual at the beginning. Off the front here with the Van der Steur rider from SZ, really, really strong Dutchman. So I'm going to stick to his wheel. But to be honest with you, you can't really draft after the flat section anyway, so I'll try and take as much as I can from here and then just set a pace of my own up the climb rather than chasing anyone else down. But as you can see, that relatively flat section up to the gradual ascent and then the steep is just over a kilometer, so that's useful to know. And then it's straight into it, straight into 10%, and in some cases more than that. So for me, it's about getting my head down and just setting a pace that I know I can achieve on this, which is probably about 5 watts, maybe 4.5 when I'm tired. So I've got 2 attempts to do this, so I need to just stick to my race and not try and burn myself out chasing others. And they will chase me and they will pass me, and I'm sure they will, but let's just see what happens. As you can see, Imogen Alton, the pro, just absolutely breezed past me there, doing 6.5, 7 watts. Another level when you're competing against professional athletes. So this is all gradual 10, 11, 12% climbs. And this little bit of gradient, it drops off to about 8, 9. So you can take a breather, as they would say. But as you can see here, pace is strong. Everyone's doing about the same watts. And there's the knowledge that there's a big kicker coming up, which is like an S bend, I would call it, which is pretty steep. Just before the steep section is this little bit of flat where you could get a couple of seconds on somebody before then hitting the steep sections. A lot of people slow down here for what would seem recovery. Now this S section is about 14%, 15% on average, and it goes straight up along the side of the viaduct, but it's worth just being able to put in a little bit extra here because people do burn out on this section, and you can make gains as it flattens out to the top, and then you've got the long descent to recover on. As you come to the top here, along the side of the viaduct, you will turn to the right and go underneath. This goes a little bit flat and then back into the steep. I would keep going as the same tempo. People do drop off again to try and get some recovery here, so you can get a few seconds gap. And this last little section is about 5 to 6%, so easy really based on the previous stuff. So if you can, put a bit of an effort in over here and you'll get over the top with a gap behind you. As you can see, there's a few behind me there. They might make gains on you on the downhill, but if you're a decent rider, you should be able to keep them away. Now I was feeling pretty good here, even though I just slogged it up there. So I wanted to try and see if I could make that gap 5 seconds come back from that group ahead of us, which had the Aussie Pro in it. And it's a long descent, but they'll also be hitting a high speed as well going down. So I just need to keep the watts up and just creep away at the distance. The three of us have got to the bottom together. Cyclo Jens from TNL. I think I raced him on ladder racing or even on ZRL. And another rider. We've got about 3 seconds on the group ahead of us. So in reality, we should be able to chase them down. We're doing about 4.5, 5 watts. But as you can see from the riders, they go a bit nuts. So I have to kind of chase back onto their wheel to not get dropped, basically. there we have it, back on, and just having a little bit of recovery really. There's some sections are little gradual bits, but it is a little bit confusing here. This does feel like this is the start of the climb again. This is at kilometer 10 left to go, but this can't be right. But there's a little gradient here that, as you can see, people are attacking on, so getting stretched out a little bit here. We're 15 kilometers in, and there's a little kicker here. I'll call it cobble section that people push quite hard on, and you just got to be aware of that. You don't get caught out because it can split up here. It also leads into a little kicker section. I'm 25 minutes in here, so I'm dropping a gel knowing that I've got another climb to do. It's entirely up to you what you want to do, but I would suggest that. But there seems to be attacks still going on, so just got to be a little bit aware of that and stick to the wheels. Not burn myself out too much chasing back, but not getting dropped either, which is something I'm starting to learn quite quickly about. So here we are, 21.2 kilometers into the race, and we start the second climb. Again, this is the gradual approach to the main start of the climb, but I'm in a really strong position here. I'm sixth. I'm in a group of riders ahead of me. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. It's hard work, but feeling good. I feel like I can hit this and hit a gradual kind of pace that I know I can set, similar to the first time. I haven't really burnt out, so let's see how we get on. As you can see, I've used the riders ahead of me for a bit of draft just to help me along, and it's quite ominous, this climb, when it creeps up with you with big kind of elevations like that, but it's all achievable. It's not that long, it's 2 kilometers. It's all well within most people's remit of just bearing themselves and getting to the top. What I also learned is that this second climb is not the full climb. There's a custom finish after the S is the steep climb, and you turn to the right as you've gone past, going along the viaduct. You turn to the right, and the finish is just as you go under the viaduct to the other side, which I didn't know about as well. So that surprises me later on into the climb, which is a bit of a shame because I don't think I would have finished where I was. I would think I would have probably pushed on and got a few more places back. So as you can see, I'm 10th here, but I've been pacing myself really, really well. I'm being really happy with what I've got here. So I'm still putting in 4.5, 4.8. Ramped it up a little bit to about 4.8, and yeah, I'm able to go past these riders fairly easily. and just chase down this other rider in front of me, speed the journey, as they're called, speed the journey, and then just kind of work towards going up the steeper section after the S. Let's see what we get. This 4-tiler guy was with me quite a lot from dirt. Let's see how we can get on. There's not much left of this. There's only half a kilometer left, which actually, to be honest with you, I hadn't realized whilst I was riding this. I thought there was a lot more left, as I said. So I could have put a bit more effort in to chase down this Takoka, who was 8 seconds ahead of us. So as you come around this final S, you've got 400 meters until the finish. So it's straight up this really steep section, 16%. But if you can put some final digs in here and then a little sprint at the end, it'll absolutely pay dividends to your chances of doing well or getting a good time. And as you can see, with 100 meters to go, you get this little flat section. So if you push really hard, about 100 meters to go, and just sprint up to the final turn under the viaduct, then you can achieve some places back. And I was able to do that and get one more space back. I wish I'd gone a bit harder to chase back this 4-tiler, but I didn't know where the end was, to be honest with you. So anyway, really pleased with that. Came 6th, really tough competition, really hard race, really hard course. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that helps you with your FRR Recon for Friday, this Friday coming. And yeah, if you've got any queries, drop me a question. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed that. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye bye.